Kate.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, and together
We are
Pickle
Stitches.
Bam! Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We've already properly amused ourselves before we even started recording, so it's going to be a great day. Welcome to Pickle
The level
Stitches.
of humor is low.
Yes, we are tickled very easily today. Welcome to Pickle Stitches. This is a channel about cross stitch and our love of cross stitch. It is
March 18th.
March 18th. Yeah, yes. If y'all aren't, well, I won't say that. It was about green beer and doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep it to ourselves. And it is episode 19.
Woo, look at us go.
I know, right? Who knew we'd still be doing this? Oh, goodness. What's that?
I'm still having fun.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's right. That is our benchmark. As always, doing Flosstube. As long as we are still amused, we're good to go. And if you guys find us mildly entertaining, that's just cherry on top. So there you go. It's been quite a week. Have you dug yourself out yet from all the snow?
Well, it rained all yesterday, so yeah. So we had
there you
go. Maybe 1.25 feet of snow on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it's already there's grass showing in spots now, and it's just mud.
Yeah. Excuse me.
There's no dying on Skype.
No, but there's allergies due to Bradford pear. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Okay. So you are heavily in the pollinating.
It's starting. Yes, it's there we go. There's like these certain trees that are just, the pollen is starting to accumulate. So yeah, I never used to be allergic to a ton of stuff until I moved here to Oklahoma. And I think it's just because of sheer pollen counts. Everybody's sneezing right now. But anyways, so okay. Whew. So yeah, it's been quite the couple of weeks. I know I've got a little bit of stitch going on here, and I know you have. So let's start in.
All right, where do you want to start?
Well, we like to start big with the finishes.
Cheryl, do you have a finish?
No. Do you?
I have a finish.
Yes, I know, and I'm excited. I would not be a good poker player.
No. Well, for me you would be, because I could beat you.
That's correct. That's correct. Just take all my money, Kate.
Yeah. So I finished Elemental Dragons Earth from Ink Circles.
Yes.
It's on 16 count Baby Lima Bean by Mystic Fabrics, using an NPI silk color 835, which was teal green. I started this on March 29th of 2022. I finished this on March 11th of 2023.
Nice.
Show it, and then I have a little tiny story about it.
Okay. Perfect. Oh, that's so good. No, the other way. There you go. It is so pretty. That's a great combo of the floss and fabric, for sure.
Yes. So I originally, when I kitted this project up, bought 3 skeins of the NPI silk, thinking, fine. As I got closer and closer, I was down around, just starting in this corner, head back all the way across the bottom. I was like, I'm just not sure if I'm going to have enough floss. And I hemmed and hawed, and I finally, I didn't want to spend however $7-8 on a skein of silk, and I was like, fine, just do it. It's going to make you feel so much better if you do. So when I finished my third skein of floss, do you know how many stitches I had left on this?
I'm going to go with a grand total of 5.
No, you're close though. 32.
No.
Is left to go. that I had to use for the 4th skein.
Oh, no.
I was so glad I had the 4th skein, so I could just finish it.
Yeah.
So I guess the moral of the story is trust your gut.
Right. Yeah. It's
All right.
beautiful.
All right.
Yay. So you've done that one. I can't remember. Have you done like...
Air is a whip. The other 2 I own.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you had finished another one previously or not. I think that's what I was thinking about was air. Yeah.
No, I haven't finished it.
Well, yay. Congratulations.
Both of them got like restarted because of crap.
Right. Yeah. Nice. Yay.
Thank you.
Enjoyable. Yes, ma'am.
I do not have any new starts. Perchance, do you have any new starts?
Petit. Yes, I do have some starts. I did start after filming last time. I was still behind a little bit on my schedule of starts, and I haven't quite caught up yet, but that's okay. So I will tell you and show you what I have managed to start so far. So the first thing I was trying to get caught up with was the littles. My little starts. So the first one I pulled out, which was next in the line, was, whoops, is it that one or this one? Oh no, okay, very good. Okay, so the next one in line was Hometown Holidays by Little House Needleworks Toy Store.
Cute.
Super cute. That's it right there. All of the hometown holidays that I'm doing in this, they're all being done on 40 count lamb's wool linen, 1 strand over 1. And this is how far I got on it. I'll do it right there. We go.
It's a roof.
Yes, it's flat though. It's a flat roof with finials. I don't know if you can see them really well.
Yeah, you can see them.
Yeah, okay. So, like I've said in previous videos, for me a start is 2 hours timed stitching or 200 stitches, whichever comes first / I feel like quitting at. And some of them I go a little longer at before I put them away and move on. But for this one, I was able to get this much done, which is quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first one I started. And then the second small that I needed to get it cut up on was Little House Needleworks Hometown Holidays. The next one in line is, whoops, the Town Church.
That one looks much bigger.
It is. Yeah, there's a lot more in it. Now, I will say that I will not be stitching any of the snow in the air because there's literally very little point in doing it because of the color of the fabric. I might at the end when I get them all stitched, I might add some like little sparkly zhuzh, you know, little beads and stuff, but I'm not going to because here's how far I got. Oh, I'm showing you the back. Sorry. All right, so here's the front. And that's as much as I was able to get done, which is pretty good. Now, the reason why I'm not doing, I don't know, can you see the cross on top of the church?
A little.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not going to do any of the snow.
Have you, what is the white? Is it white or is it a
It's ecru.
Okay.
And
you might want to see if 3865 shows better.
Yeah, in different light, you can see it.
Okay.
Especially if it's put up against, do I have something? Oh, this might work. Put up against something in the black, with a black or dark background. Let me try this and see. Can you see it a little bit better that way?
Yes.
Yeah. So And this all stems from getting an incorrectly labeled piece of fabric initially. Because I asked for natural linen, and this is what I was told was natural linen until I took the piece and then I cut it and I started stitching on it. I was like, wow, that's lighter than I thought, but okay. And I took it back to the store to get more, and they're like, oh, that's lamb's wool. I'm like, are you sure? And by that point in time, it had already been cut. It was a whole yard's worth that I had gotten, and it's like, well, I can't bring it back. And so I've decided to keep on doing it. So what I've totally decided to do is when I mount these, whatever's behind it is going to be a darker, so that the ecru, when it's standing out alone on the fabric, shows up a little bit better. And I'm okay with that. I could, and I'd already stitched like 2 or 3 before I went back to get more to cut, because I don't have enough for the entire amount that I'm even going to be stitching. And that's when we found out the fatal error. And it's like, I can't buy another yard right now.
Can't justify it. Yeah.
No, I can't. And it'll be okay. But like I said,
Your thought, B5200 really just oversaturated.
that's the other problem, is that the color palette is like, muted color, classic color works. And so I'd have to be really careful which one we would go. And they're used across the whole series. Excuse me. They're used across the whole series of this. And so, yeah, I'm okay with it. It's just, I'm just going to have to do a little finagling. And it's all right, So, yeah. So then I started in on the next in line as far as what my big starts, my big weekly starts were. And so the next one on the calendar is another Little House Needleworks design. Sorry. And I say sorry just because it seems like that's all I'm stitching right now, and it's not. The one that I picked is Needleworker. I have loved this one for a long time. I really enjoy it. And I'm going to make it for my craft room. So that's that. I'm a sucker for the calligraphy. I'm doing this on a piece of 32 Count Legacy by Picture This Plus. I had pieces left over, and I'm repurposing it. So this is as far as I've gotten so far. Not a bad start.
No, it's a good start.
Yep. Yep. This one is a nice one to stitch. For me, it's a one that just flows, which is nice. So I'm excited about that. And yeah. And then the last one I started last night, and it's going to be hard to show you guys what exactly it is, because it is a pattern that I have Frankenstein myself. I don't know what episode it was that you and I started talking about this, when I was looking for a Heinz-It pattern with the letter P in it that I would actually like to stitch afterwards as well, so I don't waste the pattern just for the P, because I'm trying to again, this is for my craft room, and I did a Heinz-It pattern before for stitch, and it has the little charms in it. And I was able to find a Heinz-It pattern knitting, which is second favorite craft to do. And then my third favorite craft to do is spinning. So I do I do not have a sit down wheel, but I do like to spin yarn with my drop spindle when I have the time. And so I figured I already had some charms that were spinning appropriate. And so I was like, I just need the letter P to be able to make the chart. So I took this one. I took pumpkins from Heinz It, and as you can see, all the letters for spin are in there. So I photocopied it a couple of times and I cut it apart and I rearranged it. So the pattern that I've made, I can't necessarily put on, even though it's mine. But you can get the idea. It's going to be in the same idea where it starts up on the top of the letter, up, down, and it's just going to be spin. So the other thing I'm doing with these is that I'm doing it in some of my favorite colors. So the stitch one was done in a variegated blue that I liked, and this one is being done in a cardinally red. So this is what I was able to get done last night. This is 2 hours worth of a lot of counting and recounting.
Wow, you on that.
Yeah. The floss I'm using is Licorice Red by Classic Colorworks. And this is on a piece of, I'm pretty sure it's 28 count Carolina linen. It was one that's done by, I got in a tube somewhere, and it's the same fabric that I did the stitch one on, and I have enough to do the knitting one on too, so that they're all kind of on the same base but different color palettes.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. And then, oh, I didn't bring the charms. I have 2 little spinning wheels and 2 little sheep that I'm going to be putting in here. I am hoping that they are large enough. I was thinking about this last night, that proportionally they may not be big enough, and I might have to go search for ones that are slightly larger. But that's the plan. So there you go.
Okay.
So those are the starts I was able to get done. I am still behind. So today I am starting the last 2 that I have scheduled so that tomorrow I can start clean again. So we'll talk about that later. So those are all my starts.
Do you have any other whips than those?
You mean that I've been working on them?
Yeah.
Yes, I have actually. The issue is this week I only worked on one. Only one whip got the major love. Do you want me to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm making a note here. Sorry. Okay. So there was a lot of stuff going on, and I had plans to pulling out some other whips to work on, but this one is out 24/7, so it's just easy to grab and put some stitches in and then put it away, which is temperature quilt. So all of my whip action was done on this, and I will show you how far I was able to get. I'm going to put it on this so you can see it. Okay. Okay. So one of the goals I have had for this month is this column right here is March. And my goal has been to keep up with March, at least like a day behind or half a day behind. And then as I can, start working on filling in the other columns as I can. I was successful with that for a couple of days up here. And then I just kept on going down this way. And I've started making these ones equal along too. So that's where I'm at. I think I'm about 2 days behind or 3 days behind, but I'm trying to keep up the current temperature days up as current as possible. And then bring some of these down along with me as I go.
Okay.
So that's where the bulk of my whip work went. It's deceptive. There's a lot of little stitches in there, but yeah. And then down here is where the start of the temperature charting is, which was my birthday in October. So this column is October right here. So,
Are you throwing stuff around?
Sorry, I just pulled my earphone out. What did you just say?
Are you throwing stuff around?
I am. Just so yeah. So that's basically. I basically worked on starts and temperature quilt. There was a couple of days I didn't stitch for various reasons, and so I probably would have worked on a little bit more other whips, which is like Under the Sea, but it was just yeah. I won't get into that. It's just been a couple of weeks. It's been difficult, but that's okay. So, how about your whips? Hi, beautiful culprit.
And Katniss.
Bye, Cadmus.
All right. So,
Please bring the whip footage.
I'm going to bring the whip footage.
Excellent.
All right. So, I feel a little out of order doing it this way. All right. So, I'm doing this full coverage thing in the mornings where as soon as if I get a page finish on one of my full coverages, I switch to the next one.
Right.
So, this is the second full coverage project I've stitched on in this time period.
Nice.
This is Ravenclaw House by the Stitchery by MJ, who's no longer on Etsy. It's on 16 count antique white. And I have stitched 1,382 stitches.
Nice.
It is a narrow, skinny page, but it's a page. So
yeah, it is.
Fill up the blue. I'm at one color left, so
okay.
Fill up the blue, and then I'll be moving along to another full coverage.
Nice. Very good.
But I feel like I'm making progress on my full coverage by doing it that way.
Yeah, I know that was a big goal for you this year for sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first full coverage that I brought into this 2 weeks was Elemental Icons Earth, artwork by Ann Stokes, charted by Pain Free Crafts. This is on 20 count, easy count. And it's so... All right. So this is bottom right.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
You can't tell, but I finally got to start stitching another color. Of course, it looks the exact same as the first color.
But it is another color.
It is another color.
Nice.
So most of this is 934. The little bit coming off the side is the 3371.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I stitched, where is that? 1,010 stitches to get my page finished.
Nice.
And then I put it down and moved on to the Ravenclaw.
Gotcha.
And we will have inserted photos of what they look like.
Yes, ma'am. All done.
Because that's a green-brown blob.
It is.
Not exciting. Okay, so I did manage to complete my part from March. This is on Mythical Creatures Stitch Along by Pain Free Crafts, artwork by Stanley Morrison. This is on 16 count Ren. Please, dear God, don't ever stitch this pattern on Ada.
Nice.
All for the month was to do the V.
Nice.
So V is a VO, VEO. I can't remember what mythical creature it is. There's a couple paragraphs on it that comes with the pattern. But so all the cross stitching is done. So next month's goal is to do the back stitching on that one.
You can do it.
That was 599 stitches.
Nice.
Okay. So this next one was for a category. The category was seasonal. So I pulled out Autumn Walks Band Sampler by the Stitching Cabin Co. It's on 16 count sea salt using the called for DMC. And I was behind by 3 months, and I am all caught up now.
You look at that. Nice.
And that was 2,011 stitches.
It looks so good. That color palette is an amazingly small amount of colors that is packing
I like colors.
Yeah, very well done. I'm more and more happy as you get this stitched for me to see. Nice, very nice.
So I'm all caught up until April comes out. Will I keep up with it? Yeah, I kind of like doing a couple months at a time.
Yeah.
All right. This one I just pulled out because I wanted to put some stitches in it because it felt it was a new start this year and it feels kind of neglected. There'll be a photo of what it looks like. Mm-hmm. This is the Storied Steeds Stitch Along by Ingleside Imaginarium. And I am stitching this on 16 count Nothing by Mystic Fabrics.
You'll have to send me an updated picture, by the way. That one's so nice.
All right, so the frame was out first. I have just a little bit of the frame. This carousel horse is a Kelpie. This is the second one that's come out. I don't know if you can see the green legs coming off. They show up better.
Yeah.
There is this side. This side has a unicorn that came out first.
Okay.
Carousel horse. The Kelpie was the second. And then I've got that came out March 1st. And then there won't be one until sorry, I jumped on my shoulders. March, April, May. She does a new horse every 2 months.
So how many horses will there be? So there'll be 6 horses in total?
There'll be 6 horses in total.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing there. All right.
And that was 449 stitches. It's not an easy stitch because of the way I tackle it. Because she has the 2 charts. One is just a cross stitch, and then the other one has the back stitch. But the way she does her back stitch over the cross stitch is you stitch a full X and then the back stitch line runs through part of it and the rest of it off the edge. And I don't like that look. So I've been stitching it off the back stitch chart and cleaning up the edges with quarter stitches and 3/4 stitches because I'm fussy.
No, you like things the way you like them. What is the baby looking at behind you? She was sniffing something on the sofa. I was like, what are you sniffing at there, girl?
I don't want to know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay. Anyway, I thought I would be stitching faster on this, and I'm not. But I'll just keep plugging away on it.
Yeah.
I will.
It looks really good.
I think I need to have a horse finished and backstitched before I can judge on the fabric, but I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, I get it. It's like the gold is showing off on it really nicely, but you're right. It's looking at the totality of the horse, right? Yeah.
There are 8 etoiles in it, so it's trying to be sparkly.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I could have used that for sparkly. Ooh. No. Okay, that goes back into play. So for another category, which is my brain just
I was just gonna say, if that is not the epitome of how you and I think about cross stitching.
We are called fickle stitches, people. Demonstration.
Oh my gosh, that was like in live time. That's awesome.
So, another category that was called for this month was part of a series. So I went and pulled out A New World Part 2 Plentiful Meadows from Barbara Anna Designs. This is on 16 count dirty using the called for DMC. And I put 1,433 stitches in on this. And
look at that.
I know. So it's a 2-page pattern. One page is all the way done. There's a little bit on the first page, and first page has a couple of houses that are fairly substantial, and I'm just like, I kind of ran out of oomph. I'm like, yeah, I thought I could I got stars in my eyes. I was like, ooh, I could finish this. Let me just work on it for a couple more days, and then I was like, no, I don't really want to.
That's that was A New World by Barbara Anna, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Part 2.
New World. Sorry, I was so intent on listening to you, I forgot to write it down.
You have one job, Cheryl.
I know. I'm doing great. I'm doing great at it.
So I pulled this next one out because I wanted to get it to its 1,000 stitches. I have goals for all of my projects for the year. If they're 2020 and under, it gets 5,000 stitches for the year. Everybody else needs 1,000 stitches.
Right. Yeah.
It's an ambitious flipping goal.
Yes, it is. But you seem to be keeping up with it. Do you feel like you're keeping up with it?
No, I feel like I'm behind. But
okay, never mind.
So the swans, I pulled this out. This was a New Year's Eve start by Cottage Garden Samplings. And that's where I got to. So I did the greenery above the house, and I did the first pine cone.
Nice.
And that got it 598 stitches, and it got over 1,000. So it's going to go away again for a little while.
Yeah. So you've hit the yearly goal for that.
I did.
Nice.
I'm not saying it's not going to come out again, but I just need to get more yearly goals done before I feel comfortable just wee-weeing, stitch what I want.
Yep.
And this last one is another one that I pulled out to get to its yearly goal. And then as I was stitching it yesterday, I was just like, oh, this is such a nice pattern. I love this pattern. Why aren't I stitching this pattern? You know how you just love stitching on something?
Yes.
Some things you don't love stitching on, and you're just like, just stitch it.
Yeah.
This is Nevermore from Leela's Studio. This is on 16 count Vertigus from Fortnite Fabric. And still working on this big, large.
That is so pretty.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I think it's like what I was talking about earlier about sometimes your stitching flows and sometimes you have to stitch. And I think that's what you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's
this only 188 stitches.
How many?
But I only did it for a couple hours yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Because work expected me to work.
Shocked and appalled.
I was shocked and appalled too. Darn it. I understand. So for the 2 weeks, it was only 8,799 stitches. I'm a little disappointed. But, oh. You know what happened? I can tell what happened is there were a couple, honestly, there were like 3 mornings where the dog really didn't wake me up.
Yeah.
So I didn't get, 200, 300 stitches.
Right.
Which would have been another 1,000, which would have been closer to what I think I should have been doing. So, but I enjoyed the sleep, so thank you.
I really minded. Well, there was stuff going on to add to that, but I really minded the time change. I found myself getting like, I would be on virtual stitchers and I would like tap out after hardly any time because I was literally falling asleep while I was stitching. And so that really affected this week, especially really affected how much I was able to get done. So yeah, I don't know, just weird couple of weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Virtual Stitchers is a Facebook group.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes.
Facebook, you can request to join, and they ask you a couple questions, and then they send you you can find the Zoom room numbers, and then she'll send you the password when you get approved to join.
Yeah.
And it just works if you're going to be in there. You put on Facebook, hey, I'm going to be in the room like around 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. Anybody want to join?
Yep.
And they'll come on in.
Yep. So it's fun. It was really awesome to have that, especially going through 2020, 2021. Because of my health history, I stayed home and worked from home a lot. And so it was a nice outlet to at least see other people, even if it was over a screen, especially, and everybody had the common thread literally of cross stitch. And so that's how Kate and I met. And then we were able to meet in person, and we're like, oh, you're just as cool as you are in person on the screen. So it worked out really nice. So yeah, we were, you're right. We never really gave an explanation of what virtual stitches was.
No, we didn't. I will have to caveat. Virtual Stitchers' goal seems to be enabling each other to buy projects and start projects. And just be aware. Some
We're very good at knowing what each other people likes and then finding that.
Yeah. Yes, it is like a gift. It's like, oh,
did you see this?
Let me send it to Cheryl, or let me send it to Garrett, or let me send it somewhere. It's just...
Yeah, once we hear what people like, we're like, oh, did you see this? And they're like, dang it. Yeah. There's a lot of dang it's and damn it's.
Yes.
But it's a good place.
Sammy J is a member of Virtual Stitchers, and she runs a online needlework store called Tiny Stitchery. And so it's very easy to go from, dang it, I just saw this, to Sammy, can you get this for me?
And she's really good about that too.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
It is.
I say helpful with quotes.
Yes. So yeah, it's a fun little network. There are people from all over. So you may not see everybody from different time zones all at the same time, but or internationally. But it's been fun. We've been able to meet some people in person from Virtual Stitchers, which has been fun and a nice little way to expand your
circle.
Yeah, expand your circle. That's the good way to put it. Yeah, for sure. I just remembered something.
What?
We need to talk about our giveaway from last.
I had it written down, but I was going to wait till the end.
Oh, okay. We'll wait till the end. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Paul. Let's Paul.
All right. Do you want to? How do you want to do this today? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I can go first. I don't have that much at all.
Yeah, same. So it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Right. So Instagram, lovingly enough, showed me this pattern, and then I had to go look at it, and then I had to go buy it. And then I had to make Sebastian buy it and promise to be in a stitch along with me. I didn't tell you we were enabling. So this is utterly adorable artwork by Joanne Rowland, charted by Pain Free Crafts. It's only 215 by 201. There's no background on it, but it is every shade of DMC brown.
It is. Well, it lives up to the name.
It is so stinking cute. I could not buy this. I really couldn't.
No, it's amazing.
And then the rest of it is
Wegman's bag of acquisitions. Patent pending.
Okay, so last time I talked about the Cricut collection. I think it was called Open House. This is the companion piece, Three Gables.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. And I got this on Etsy, and the buttons are in the back.
Nice.
So that was easy. I got a couple. Got two. Yeah, this was a rabbit hole, and I just sort of was like, oh, I hadn't seen those up in a while. So I can't show without showing the really. All right, so Chris Faye, Faye with an apostrophe over it, did a lot of Hawaiian stitch patterns, and I had gotten a couple when I was in Hawaii, and I had stitched them up, and then I just saw them again on a Stash Unloading, but they didn't have them, so then I Googled. Yeah, so Stash Unloading is a problem for me, because then I'm like, oh yeah, I really like those, but they're so already me pleased, so let me go look and see if I can find them. So this booklet is called Hawaiian Shells.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patterns. And then I got Hawaiian Reef Fish. Once again, 6 patterns.
Love it.
And these are technically smalls. 60 by 80, 70 by 80.
Oh my Lord.
I bought something that has small.
Mark it here first. Mark it here first.
I know. And then I got 2 fabrics from Amazon. This is the Witchelt. There's 16 count. This is Icelandic gray. It's a fat quarter.
Nice, yeah.
And then I got Icelandic blue.
Pretty. Yeah, those are good, solid colors.
Good solid colors. And that's it. I was waiting. Lola Crow starts pre-sales on her new Stitch Along. And it's today, but it hasn't come out. I was thinking maybe it would come out at noon and I could just quick buy it.
Yeah.
But it's not available just yet. So that's the end of my haul.
Well, goodness gracious me. Well, I mean, I had a few things come in. Oops.
Gotta switch it to you.
Oh, yep. Here we go. Hi. Okay, so I got a couple of things. One, I finally broke down and got some of the magnet fabric clip things that were on your, and I've seen other places, and I needed them this week, so that was good.
Yeah.
I just bought them straight off of, I think I got these off of Amazon. They work great. I like them a lot. So welcome to the 21st century, Cheryl. I did make a I made a pre-order for Nashville Market through Top Knot Stitchery, and some of that was coming through, and I got part of it. So I was really careful about, I didn't buy everything that I liked from Nashville. I just bought certain things that, especially if it was fabric or threads, I wanted to get it and have it, and then the patterns can kind of follow up after, because sometimes I find, or I see things that are released during Nashville, and it's like, yeah. So anyways, long story. So we're going to start off with the cross stitch the rainbow threads, this time for the tea time theme. They're Trenway silks. There were a couple of patterns of that I wanted to stitch, so I got the threads. Very pretty. They are pastels, which is not normally me, but there was a couple of patterns that I wanted that are very cool. And then there were a couple of patterns that I said, and that's immediate. The first one that I bought was High Tide by, Rosewood Manor, Karen Kluba. The fabric is everything. And I just...
Fabric.
It is Under the Sea. It's Midnight Mermaid Linen by Under the Sea.
Stunning.
And I love this just because, you know, of, where am I? There we go. The birds in the sky and the, you know, it's just the layers down to the deep.
Yeah.
I just think that's very, very, very cool. And yeah, I was like, yep, I'm going to get that one for sure. The other one you pointed out to me, and I had already had it on my list, so that's how that was like, yeah. The Primitive Hair did a series of 2 needle cases, or needle holders. Needle books is the word I'm looking for. One was Mother Earth, and the other was Mother Ocean. And yes, I got that.
Had your name on it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I probably will not assemble it into the book. I do love the individual panels. Mm-hmm. Love it, love it, love it. I did order the corresponding fabric to go with it. It has not yet come in, but that's okay. I did order another fabric from Primitive Hair, which was the Irish Bog. And it's so pretty. I gotta put it behind something so you can see. It definitely lives up to its name. Let's see. There we go. It was all folded up. I don't know if you can see the variation in it. It's very...
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very boggy, foggy, mossy. It's
peaty.
Great. Peaty, yeah, very peaty. Yeah, it's very on point. It, like, when I held it up, it looked a little darker. In real life, it's a lighter. It's lighter, but it's great. So, I have a couple of other things that I'm waiting on the other order. I do believe it's just it's just the last piece of linen. So now once market hit, of course a couple of things popped up, one of which being one of the patterns that I ended up picking to use with the silks. So I got Tea Berry Tile. Again, that was another one that you picked out for me. You said, did you see this one? Yeah, I did. Because it is very reminiscent of the Frosted Berry stocking that I've made and I'm making again. I may or may not put the teacup in there. I like it just as the wreath.
Okay.
So, and of course, while I was ordering that, 123 Stitch was having a sale. And so I picked some things off of my wish list that are older that I wanted to make sure that I had. One was Lizzie Kate's Springtime Sampler, because I have a couple of the other samplers. And I'm trying not to just stitch Christmas and autumn.
Did it hurt?
No, actually, because this one is super cute. I like this one. And it's not all pink. Another one that I purchased was from Rosewood Manor, Anchors of the Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Because there's a couple of the anchors that I don't want to stitch this whole thing. I want to stitch some of the individual anchors. Is what I want to do. either in a strip or a square. Because I'm weird. But I like the... Huh?
I'm not going to argue.
I do like the anchors. And then the last one I got was, and I'm shocked that I don't have this already in my stash, and I bet you I'm going to... I even consulted my database, but the database is out of date. So I'm really hoping I didn't buy a duplicate. This is Antique Christmas Sampler by Elizabeth Needlework Designs. She does not actively chart anymore. So I just wanted to make sure I had a copy of this, and it was on sale. So there you go. I have all the other antique samplers that she did, but just for some reason I didn't get that one. And I'm like, that's got to be wrong. I haven't looked very thoroughly in my stash yet. I could swear I had that one, but I didn't have it written down, and I hadn't bought anything from her in a long, long time. So I'm trusting my stash database that I need to update. So there you go. So that was the things that I got this week.
All right. So plans. So my plans, there's a category sparkly and or beads. Cleopatra has to come out. And that's why I was like, but ooh, Storied Steeds has all that sparkly étoiles. Maybe I could use that. And then I was like, no, you still haven't hit 1,000 on Cleopatra here.
Yeah, get it done.
So that was my brain process earlier.
I got it.
So that has to come out. There's another category, Stitch Along. Yeah, she could work for that too, but she's not going to because I need to pull out the Animal House Stitch Along from Satsuma Street.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And my goal is to put 1,000 in that. I still put 500 into my second WIPCO call, which Cheryl picked and is Sleeping Beauty. But I'm taking that to the retreat.
Yes.
Next weekend, as it's block stitching, so that'll be fine. I plan on having a new start at the retreat, which is the Rooks from Owl Forest Embroidery.
Nice.
And I picked fabric, and people seem to think it was okay.
You'll see. You'll know.
Thanks.
I think what you had was beautiful, so I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's other than that, just keep putting. I have not met my 10,000 stitches on my categories because I haven't done two of them. So
yeah, we got 2 weeks.
I know.
Yes. Well, that sounds like a good set of plans. My goal is to get caught up on my starts for my birthday 50 and 450 start-a-thon. Like I said, I'm probably going to start 2 of them today, and then I'll be back on track for the schedule. I'm going to keep up with Temperature Quilt like I've been doing. And I'm definitely wanting to work on the Under the Sea Sal and keep that moving along. So I'm working on another whip other than just Temperature Quilt. And what's that?
I was not shaming.
No, I really do. There's some whips I would really love to get done. It's just that I've been distracted with starting things. And speaking of starting things, I'm planning a pretty big project that includes the sleds and things that I acquired. I think it was the last that I showed in the last video. I need to get those started too, so that I have a fighting chance of having them completed for... Actually, it has to be done before Christmas so I can ship them in time for Christmas. So, yeah. I won't be showing a lot of those just in case certain people watch the video. I want them to be surprised. So I might tell you that I've been working on something, but I won't actually physically show them until after they're done and they've been received. I'm going to take lots of pictures though. So that's, I don't mean to be mysterious. It's just, that's what I have to do right now. So there you go. But yeah, I would like to, also there's a goal or two on, WebGo that I'm going to have to figure out, and I would like to tackle in the next 2 weeks as well. So there you go.
Okay. So last week we talked about we're having a giveaway, and for a random reason that my cat, who had been struggling with an illness, is now up to her 7 pounds.
Yay!
Okay, which is about her baseline. She's a very tiny petite cat, and she had dropped down to like 5 pounds, 8 ounces, which is really not. She was so skinny.
Yeah, not good.
But she's eating, and I'm happy. I can't feel her ribs, and it makes me very happy. So you guys get a giveaway. Be 18. Be a subscriber. Don't mention giveaway. So I'm giving away ink circles after the roses. Keyword here is rose. I don't remember what our keyword was for this one. This is Sabrina from Nora Corbett.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to put the keywords down in the description box as well. If you...
do you think lady?
It could have been. Let me look. I have my notes here.
I was like, yeah, we could look at last time's note.
Yes. For Sabrina the Mirabilia, the word is lady. For after the rose, the word is definitely rose.
And then this is a stitching journal from Stitching Cat. Not marked up, can be used for any year. Planners, looked at a bunch of them, and then I just couldn't figure out if I don't think I'm a planner person.
There you go. And what I've been putting up for this is the 3-part mystery sampler, which is the site Things Unseen by Lizzie Kate. It includes the Rick Rack for decoration. It includes all the threads and all the buttons. Now, are we going to give people extra credit if they commented last video and this video?
No.
Okay, so if you've already made a sentence in our last video, which was episode 18, if you've already entered there, don't worry about doing another sentence in this video. Now, if you want to leave a comment or ask a question, fill your boots, but you won't get an extra entry if you've already done it last time.
All right. The word for the stitching journal is journal, and Cheryl's is mystery.
That's correct. And we'll have them in the description box below.
And you do not have to use it in a sentence.
No.
I've been appreciative of the people that have tried it, but
yes, if you want all 4, that's fine. It's been making for very interesting sentences. Or you can be like our friend Shannon, who just put 2 words. That was it.
So Friday, it closes on Friday.
It will be, and that instruction will also be below. It will be the Friday night before our next filming, which is 2 weeks from now, which is, let me look at the calendar. It will be April the 1st. So on March 31st at
10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, something Eastern Standard Time will be the cutoff point, and we will announce the winner on April the 1st. And because we do not have a huge wide reach, that's not a bad thing. It just increases your opportunities to win. So yay for you guys. So Yeah, so if you didn't put your comment in on the last video, put it in on this one. And like we said, we won't double dip between the two videos. We'll sift through and do one entry only. And then we will let you know and then get your address and we'll send them to you.
USA and Canada.
That's correct. Yeah, we have to limit it to USA and Canada, unfortunately. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are jetting off to a retreat hopefully next weekend. So
yep. Sisters retreat. I get to see Matt.
Yes. And whomever else might be there. So
ooh, lots of people. Memphis, Sarah E, X's and Ho's.
Yeah.
I think Pam and Steph.
I don't know. I have no idea. So that's exciting.
It was the last one, but we had an ice storm last year in February during the time. It was not fun.
No. I was talking to Matt yesterday as I was handing over the bag I was sending with him to you. And he was telling me about the route he had to take. Flying home was the worst for him. And so he was like zigzagging all over the country just trying to get home. That's how, it was a little crazy pants that weekend. So we're hoping it's great weather and that you have tons of fun. And I can't wait to hear about it. And we'll talk about it on our next video. So yay.
Hey.
Yay. So I think that's it. So
have a good stitching 2 weeks.
Yep. And thanks for watching. We appreciate everybody.
We do. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do think.
Yeah. We love comments. So yeah, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We're happy to answer them as best we can. So we hope you guys have a great next couple of weeks stitching.
Bye.
Bye.